At my parents' house for a family meeting, they announced they'd both passed away, but they meant stealing my $1 million life insurance. I am Petra Quinn, 29 years old, and I've spent 12 years as an investigator in Nashville, Tennessee, cracking cases and saving every overtime check to buy my own home. My parents always nodded at my skills behind closed doors, but to their faces, they treated me like the family mistake, the daughter they resented, while my brother got the free pass. Last Tuesday evening, we gathered in their cramped living room worn couch, sagging under us with takeout pizza boxes steaming on the coffee table. I kept my jaw clenched through the fake tears, already starting spotting the setup from how my mother clutched that mysterious envelope like a winning ticket. As my father cleared his throat, he leaned forward and said, "Petra, we've got tragic news. We're both gone now." His voice cracking just right. Tragic news. That's when I knew the scam I'd tracked through bank pings for months was detonating right here over cold pepperoni. Hey, if you've ever uncovered your parents' darkest lie, fighting for your own payout, drop a comment with where you're watching from and smash that like button. Let's get this revenge story to 1 million views. Your support exposes the truth. My mother dabbed her eyes with a tissue and slid that envelope across the coffee table, her sob turning theatrical. "Read it, Petra, our final wishes," she choked out while my brother nodded solemn from the armchair. Pizza slice paused mid-bite. I picked it up, slow stomach twisting, and scanned the top line. Obituary Mr. and Mrs. Quinn passed peacefully. Passed. My father jumped in a voice-breaking perfect. "Car accident last night, both gone. Insurance pays out tomorrow." Pays out. My brother set his plate down, eyes gleaming under the fake grief. "Yeah, sis, $1 million to the sole survivor. Me." Sole survivor? I gripped the paper tighter, forcing breath even. "You two look pretty alive to me," he snorted, leaning forward. "Don't be dense. We're dead on paper, cleaner this way. You get nothing like always." Nothing. I'd chase leads on cold cases while he couch surfed their basement, yet here he sat claiming my premiums. My mother clutched my father's hand. "Petra's always been difficult. Your brother needs it more starting fresh." Difficult. I'd wired them rent money last month from my last bust bonus. I set the envelope down, calm pulse, hammering under skin. "So you faked death for my policy." My brother smirked wide. "Bingo. Signed you off years ago. Estranged daughter. Easier payout." Estranged? My father nodded eager. "He'll buy a truck, get stable. You wasted on detective games." Detective games. I'd pulled their names from fraud watch lists twice, warnings they ignored. The living room clock ticked loud as my brother grabbed another slice grease shining on his fingers. "Sign this witness form, make it official." Witness. I took the pen he slid over, twirling it slow while my mind flashed their casino trips on my birthday cash. "And if I refuse," he laughed sharp. "Policy lapses, you lose your house down payment too." House. 12 years of stakeouts for that. My mother sniffled louder. "Think of family, Petra. Your brother's our baby needs help." Baby. At 34. I clicked the pen once, buying seconds, then texted Becca under the table, my partner from the precinct. "Parents faked death. Send policy scan now." Her reply buzzed instant, "Got it opening." Becca always delivered. My father poured more soda ice, clinking fake sympathy. "Hurry up, dear. Lawyer waits." Lawyer. The one who'd called me last week confused about deceased signatures. I glanced up, smile thin. "One question first. Who's the beneficiary?" My brother froze mid-chew. "Me, obviously." Obviously. I nodded slow. "Cool. Almost done." He relaxed, grabbing the TV remote, switching to sports highlights like nothing happened. My mother whispered to my father, "She'll cave." She always does. Always. Not tonight. Becca's file pinged open on my phone policy page, glaring Petra Quinn, sole beneficiary. Sole. Their forgery stamp glowed obvious under magnification. The remote clicked louder as my brother muted a touchdown. Pen moving yet moving. I held it poised, heart steady, now hurt from a strange slicing clean into resolve. Yeah, moving fast. My father beamed premature. That's my girl. Girl. The basement door creaked open down the hall, perfect timing. Becca's next text lit up, camera feed live from their car insurance fraud recorded. Recorded. I tucked the phone away, pen scratching fake signature eyes locked on my brother's smug bite. All set. He clapped once. Knew you'd come through. Through. My mother hugged the air. Bless you, Petra. Bless. I stood smooth envelope in hand. One more thing, follow me to the kitchen. They trailed, curious my brother wiping sauce off his shirt. Kitchen light flicked on, and there stood 2 uniforms. Becca's precinct backup badges gleaming. My father's face drained white. What? My brother dropped his slice. Petra? I held up the phone policy glowing bright. Your scam ends here. Pain hit quick, their baby label burning years of silence, but ice took over fast. They thought investigators missed details. Wrong house. The uniform stepped forward as my mother gasped loud, clutching the fridge door for support. My father backing into the counter with wide eyes. Officers, this is a misunderstanding, he stammered, but I held up my phone. Becca's camera feed already rolling live from their car dash. No misunderstanding. Play it. The tiny speaker crackled my mother's voice from 2 hours ago. Declan's getting the million Petras out. Out. My brother's face crumpled, pizza sauce still on his chin. That's edited? 1 uniform. Becca's partner pulled cuffs from his belt. Audio matches policy forgery we just pulled. $1 million fake death certificates. Faked. My mother slid to the floor, dramatic sobbing real now. Petra, please, family, family. I'd tailed their fake funerals for practice cases, never dreaming my own. Layla, my precinct tech lead, patched through speakerphone I'd hit record button seconds ago. Satellite ping confirms your parents' car never left the driveway last night. GPS looped a fake route. Looped. My father lunged for the phone. Turn it off! I sidestepped smooth years of suspect chases kicking in. Too late streaming to insurance HQ. HQ. The screen showed viewer count climbing 50. 200. Beneficiaries me verified. Layla continued crisp. Your forgery attempt felony, 120 years each. 20? My brother dropped to his knees beside my mother. Sis, don't do this. I need that money, need. He'd pawned my graduation watch last year for beer runs. I crouched, level voice even. You needed a job instead. He clawed my sleeve. Dad made me maid. My father spun on him, furious. Shut up, boy. The betrayal flipped him against his baby now. Uniform 2 radioed in. Back up here, ambulance 2. Ambulance. My mother wailed louder. My heart. I checked her pulse, quick, steady, just like her fake tears. Save it for court. Laughter edged my voice, pain from estranged, label freezing into diamond resolve. Layla buzzed again. Bank freeze. Complete 1 million safe in your account. Safe. The screen hit 500 viewers' comments flooding. Get 'em. My brother sobbed messy. I'll testify against them. Just don't arrest me. Testify. I nodded to the uniform. Separate him, witness protection. He bolted up grateful cuffs, clicking loose on him. My father grabbed the table edge, veins bulging. You called cops on your own blood. Blood. I faced him square. Blood doesn't forge my future. The front door burst open, 4 more officers' cameras rolling from precinct live feed. My mother scrambled up mascara rivers. Petra, mercy, mercy. I'd granted them 3 warnings on fraud lists. Uniform 1 read writes, crisp cuff snapping on my father's wrist first. You have the right to remain silent. Silent. He glared fire. You'll burn for this album. Burn. I held the phone. Steady feed at 1,000 viewers. Watch me rise instead. My mother twisted against her cuffs, shrieking, Monster. Monster. The word stung seconds years of their mistake label flashing hot, but ice surged stronger. Layla's voice cut through, insurance payout processed your name only. Processed. Officers led them out, my father's curses echoing down the hall, my mother's wails turning to whimpers. My brother waited in the squad car, head down, safe. The living room fell quiet. Pizza cold envelope crumpled on the floor. I stepped onto the porch as patrol lights flashed blue-red across the lawn, neighbors peeking from windows. Becca pulled up in her cruiser, hopping out fast. Clean sweep, clean. I nodded, exhaling sharp. They hit bottom. She grinned. You just went viral, 10,000 views. Viral. Pain twisted final their lie, ripping last threads of trust, but cold power settled deep. Revenge didn't wait for tears. It cuffed them cold. Becca flipped on her body cam as patrol lights painted the porch red-blue, neighbors crowding the street with phones. Out my father's curses cutting sharp from the squad car. Let me explain, he yelled through the window, but I stepped to the cruiser mic voice, steady for the live feed. Captain arrest for insurance fraud, $1 million. Evidence, streaming. Streaming. Viewer count hit 2,000, Nashville PD Twitter exploding. My mother twisted wild against cuffs in the backseat, hair wild. Petra, stop their family, family. I held up the phone policy glowing under porch light. Family doesn't cash your corpse. Officers loaded her in door slamming final. My brother banged the cruiser glass from the other car. You set me up, set up. I faced him square. You set up your own fall. Layla patched through dispatch radio, voice booming public. Forensic audit complete, fake death certificates from their printer, time stamped yesterday. Yesterday, crowd gasped, phone zooming closer. My father lunged against his restraints. Turn it off, you traitor, traitor. I clicked record louder. Say it again for the insurance board. Board. He froze, mouth gaping, fish silent. Sirens wailed closer, backup cruisers rolling up, 6 more uniforms jumping out. Secure the scene, the sergeant barked, taping off the driveway. My mother shrieked from inside. My babies help babies. At 62. I nodded to Becca. Search warrants, live garage for forgery tools. Becca kicked the side door, revealing stacks of fake IDs. Death cert blanks, even a costume morgue sheet. Flashbulbs popped wild. My brother kicked his door. I'll flip on them, deal me out. Deal? Sergeant laughed dry. Too late, your prints on the printer. Prints. Crowd cheered loud. One neighbor yelling, Justice! My father slumped defeated, head hitting glass. We just needed money. Needed, for his third boat. I leaned to his window close. My money built your life, now cuffs pay it back. Layla's voice crackled again. $1 million transferred, Petra Quinn's account verified. Verified. Phones in the street went nuts. Live comments scrolling, Queen. My mother sobbed messy now. We loved you, loved. I'd found their missing rent checks in my brother's trash. Sergeant cuffed the garage evidence. Fraud kit textbook case. Textbook. The first cruiser peeled out, my parents inside screaming names, taillights fading down the block. My brother pounded desperate. Sis, anything to bail me. Bail? I shook my head slow. Earn it like I did stakeouts, not scams. He crumpled, quiet fight gone. Backup sergeant approached. Chief wants statement now. Now. I nodded, turning to the crowd. Nashville truth wins. Cheers thundered, hands clapping my shoulders. Becca grabbed my arm, gentle. Inside debrief. Inside, living room sat wrecked pizza-tipped envelope shredded on floor. She swept it up. Exhibit A. Exhibit. I exhaled sharp pain from their mistake label, flashing hot one last time, but Diamond Resolve burned brighter. Layla texted viral 50,000 views. Your lead story. Story. Outside news vans screeched up reporters shoving mics. Petra Quinn, how'd you catch them? Bark, catch. I faced cameras cool. Investigators see lies others miss. Miss? My father spotted me through bars, mouthing sorry, silent. Sorry. Too late. Sergeant loaded my brother, last engine revving. Felony transport downtown. Downtown. Crowd parted as I walked to Becca's cruiser, flashes blinding their empire of lies handcuffed away. My mother wailed final from distance. Forgive us. Forgive. I slid into passenger seat door, clicking shut. Not my job. Becca hit gas patrol lights off now. You slayed that. Slayed? Hurt, twisted clean to power, years of silence, screaming victory. Revenge didn't beg tonight. It booked them cold. Becca's cruiser sped off Nashville's streetlights flashing past. As I gripped the door handle, the live feed still buzzing on my phone, 80,000 views, and climbing fast. Reporters swarmed my parents' lawn behind us, mics, thrusting at neighbors, now shouting my name like a hero. My mother's wail echoed in my head, but the cuffs clicking shut drowned it out clean. First call hit at 1 a.m. My father from county lockup, voice raw. Petra, bail us out. We're sorry. Sorry. I leaned back in my apartment chair, coffee cold. Should have thought before forging my life, he sobbed. Your brother's breaking down. Help him. Help. I hung up sharp. He broke himself. Becca glanced from the couch, scrolling news. Quinn family fraud $1 million bust. Bust? She grinned. You're trending national. By morning, my brother's texts flooded in. Sis, I'm done. Jail's killing me. Get me out. Done. I blocked him mid-sentence. Layla met me at the precinct, handing over case files. Parents charged felony fraud, 7 years minimum. Brother's a witness, maybe 3. 3. I sipped water steady. Good. Justice doesn't negotiate. She nodded. Your payouts clear. 1 million deposited. Deposited. Week 2. My father tried again. Letter smuggled through a cousin. Petra, we're ruined. House repossessed. Forgive us. Ruined. I tossed it unopened into shredder hum. My aunt showed up at my office. Eyes puffy. They're begging from cells. Your brother's on work release. Dishwasher. Dishwasher. I checked case notes. He's lucky it's not bars. She sighed. You're cold now. Cold. I smiled thin. Truth is. Month 3. I closed on my dream house, cash from the payout, no mortgage strings. Becca threw a housewarming whiskey shots raised high. To Petra, untouchable, untouchable. My brother showed up uninvited, reeking of grease, eyes hollow. Need a loan, just 10 grand, sis. Loan. I handed him a bus pass. Downtown shelters hiring. Start there. He grabbed it, muttering, Hate you for this. Hate. I opened the door. Hate pays rent move. He shuffled out past crumpled tight. Month 5 precinct promoted me to lead investigator, case closed, record my name on every headline. Layla sent a photo, my parents in orange jumpsuits, heads down at arraignment. My father called one last time. Voice cracked. Petra, we're sorry. Truly. Truly. I paused, then spoke flat. Prove it in 7 years. Click. My brother texted, got a room cleaning houses. Thanks, I guess. Thanks. I didn't reply. 6 months later, news ran my interview. Fraud buster buys dream home. Views hit 10 million, my house, gleaming on screen. Mine no strings. My aunt forwarded my brother's pay stub, first real one. My mother wrote from prison. Proud despite everything. Proud. I filed it away unanswered. Standing on my porch, Nashville stars bright above, I felt the weight lift clean $1 million. Now a foundation, no more mistake. Just Petra. They lied once, never owned me again. 1 year later, I locked my office door after closing a human trafficking ring. Nashville skyline glowing orange through blinds badge shining heavy on my desk, lead investigator salary doubled from the payout. My sedan waited in the lot, ready for family dinner, the first without bars between us, my mother's parole letter, simple, home now, please come, please. I texted back, yes, terms clear. The drive took 15 minutes, country radio humming low. I parked curbside, porch light on warm. My mother answered, apron tied, no orange jumpsuit, first time in months. Petra, her hug landed soft, real. My brother sat at the table, janitor uniform, clean setting plates, careful. He looked up, smile small. Hey, from him everything. Food, steam, simple, meatloaf, green beans, no extravagance. My father passed the bread. Saw your bust on news. Saved 20 kids. I nodded, cutting a bite. Teamwork. Cases up 50%. My brother poured water. Mine steady nights at the school. No shortcuts. Steady. I met his eyes. Fits you. He exhaled slow. That night, full sorry, no blame. Full. I trusted it. Tea followed, cups clinking gentle. My mother leaned in. We controlled too hard. Lost you both. My father nodded. Learned. In cells, truth matters. Truth. I set my cup down firm. One rule forward, honesty, only no schemes. They agreed. Fast, hands open across table. No resistance. Back in my sedan, street lights blurred past, weight vanished total. Parents' betrayal cuts deepest, but truth handcuffs tighter. Don't let family fake your future, or you'll wake up guarding their cell. Protect your badge, even if it locks the family door. That's real freedom. Thank you for listening to my story. If it hit home, smash subscribe for more raw family truths and drop a comment. What's your biggest betrayal scar? Let's heal together.